lost to find me. I'll be in the last place you would look, in a place where people used to be, a land that's called reality. You'll find me there. I won't be catching up on Reddit. I won't be watching any news. I'll let the planet spin without me, 'cause everything has been without me sometime. And everyone will be alright if I'm not live by satellite. It's a beautiful day, I'm running away. Don't bother to Facebook message or call me.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a special episode of the Filmbox podcast. I'm Aaron Souza. I should probably start with my name first. And I'm joined by my lovely co-host. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey all.
We got Connor and Sam as always. So today's a little bit of a bonus episode. Not a main episode by any means. But we just want to go into some stuff that happened over the weekend. It was D23 season, everybody. How exciting. And with it came it was weird. It was like a lot, but not at all at the same time.
Yeah, it's kind of like a potluck dinner, you know? Some people came with like giant like turkey for everyone. Some people just brought the napkins.
Mm-hmm. And it's like you walk into the room and it's like, oh, there's so much food, and you start looking around, it's like, well, I don't want that. I don't really care about that.
Yeah.
And then you just end up grabbing like turkey and some mashed potatoes
And a
that's
napkin.
about it. Yeah. And now that we've compared D23 to Thanksgiving, I guess we can drop or head right on into it. And the first thing that we want to talk about is the Hocus Pocus 2 trailer.
Yes. Man, I think Hocus Pocus, it's not like a huge list, but the original Hocus Pocus is probably one of my favorite non-horror Halloween movies.
Yeah,
Ever.
me too.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment, and I'm a little worried about how this one will be. I don't remember the story enough to see how it's going to connect to the original, but I'm sure once I rewatch, I'll feel better about it.
Nothing can compare to the first one, so
Yeah,
who knows?
I think...
Maybe we'll be surprised, like we did in Top Gun Maverick. Maybe it'll be like a
Probably.
good reboot.
I think, unfortunately, there might be a little bit of a trend of, did we really need to touch something that was so good the first time around?
Don't even get me started.
Man, I'm looking at Pinocchio in the eyes and I want to punt him.
Well, if you were happy with Pinocchio, you'll be happy to hear that Disney is just full on the live action reboot train.
Ooh.
So they announced / did like an exclusive look at the Mufasa prequel, which is the live action prequel to the live action Lion King movie, which was bad.
I didn't even watch it.
It was bad.
It wasn't that terrible.
It was awful. Like it was lifeless. Like the animation, like you're trying to animate like faces and emotion onto uber realistic CG animals, and it doesn't work.
It was funny, not to bring up Pinocchio again, but one of the reviews I saw was like, how the first one came out in like what, the 40s?
Yeah.
It's like, how did you make something that feels more lifeless, like more wooden than like this pretty early form of cartoon animation? I don't like this path.
Yeah. Well, seeing as how you don't like this path, Little Mermaid live action got a trailer. It looks okay. I'm not sure how faithful they are to the original character. Obviously, the main actress is African American, which I don't have a problem with. But she doesn't have red hair, and that kind of bothers me.
I don't care. I mean, I feel like when you're gonna make a live action remake off of like an animation, I would honestly just prefer you take a lot more creative liberties than just do the same stuff but with an actual person instead.
Except,
yeah. Because at that point, like, what's the point of watching the remake if it's just gonna be the original but worse?
That's fair.
So I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, but Disney, you're wearing that line very thin.
Yeah. Well, they might step over it with the Snow White live action remake, starring Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot. That was announced. I think they did like a sneak preview, or at least it was just the announcement. And again, just like, why? There's no need for these live action remakes.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even look like anything is new. It's just gonna be once again a remake of the original with little to no creative liberties.
Mm-hmm. And finally, for Disney live action, Haunted Mansion was announced, or not announced, but like they did like an exclusive talk with the main actor, and they brought out Jamie Lee Curtis, who's starring in the movie, so that's exciting. The Jamie Lee Curtisance is in full form.
Danny DeVito is going to be in this. and Dan Levy. I think it's Levy, but I love Dan Levy.
Yeah.
So this is why Disney is getting like that little margin of errors. Like, you keep giving me people I want to see. I'll see it. Oh,
Yep.
wait, no. Jared Leto's in it. Never mind. I'm out.
Oh,
I'm
guys.
out. Sorry.
Come on, guys. Come on. You basically just put yourself in an Ezra Miller situation.
Oh, what's wrong with
It is not
Jared
Morbin
Leto?
time.
What?
It's not Morbin time.
Morbin time.
It is not Morbid time. Oh man, I still won't see that movie. So Disney Animation then came out and did some announcements. They talked about the Zootopia Plus TV series, which is a series of shorts that they're calling a midquel, because it's like a series of shorts unrelated to the original movie, but takes place during the same time frame as the original movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that'll be really successful, just because of how vast they actually established this Zootopia world.
Yeah.
They also announced Iwaju, which is a film or series, I can't remember which, set in Lagos, Nigeria. I don't know really anything else about it. They did an exclusive look at Strange World featuring Jake Gyllenhaal. Again, know nothing about it. I didn't even know that they had like a teaser trailer out for like months. So yeah. And then the last thing was a movie called Wish, which is a movie about how the iconic wishing star came to be. And that sounds so stupid.
Yeah. It sounds boring.
It's like, are you really that desperate for ideas? Like, someone sat in a boardroom and said, well, what if we took the wishing star and made that a movie? And they're like, genius!
It's just like, hey man, looked up one time, I saw like a shooting star, and I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. Movie over.
Oh,
man, I would pay to see that, to be honest. If it was just 30 seconds, just like, yeah, I looked up, saw a star, and I was like,
that
cool.
would be so bold. Like, they released this film, but like they tout it as a feature film, like hour and a half long movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the trailers are all like really exciting, and then the film comes out and you realize that they literally just took the whole movie was the trailer.
You know,
And then that was it.
not to, I don't want to derail that, but there was I remember watching a quick little Twitter video. It was like, I want to say it was like Payless shoes or whatever. It's like a cheap shoe brand, but they like were in a mall and they decked up their store super nice and made it look like it was like some designer brand.
Yeah.
And they invited a bunch of celebrities and like influencers to come, and
they changed their name.
Yeah, and they charged them like $10,000 for like a pair of shoes. But then once they checked out, they're like, "Hey, these are actually $10 Vans." I could see them doing that with this Wish movie. Like, hey, you paid $11. Here's a TikTok.
Here's a TikTok.
They did end up refunding the money though. They didn't just fuck them over.
Pixar didn't show anything new. They showed a still for the new movie Elemental, which I think is going to be awesome. The Win or Lose TV series they talked about. They gave us a first look at the movie Elio, or the series Elio, I believe. Which is interesting. Win or Lose is kind of like, it looks to be about like a coach of a little league baseball team, which I think is a pretty interesting concept.
I do remember seeing this one.
Yeah, for a Pixar series. So
yeah,
I'm actually kind of looking forward to that.
I think it was like each episode is going to be from like a different player's point of view.
Oh, interesting.
And I could be mistaken, so don't take me at face value, but I think I saw that each episode was going to be like a different animation style as well.
Oh, that could be cool.
That would be great. Pixar is really good with this stuff.
Mm-hmm. But the big announcement from Pixar was Inside Out 2, which I'm sure you've already heard about. They announced it. It's coming out. I'm super excited because the first one was awesome.
First one was great, yeah.
I like
that.
It.
Was a yeah. That was about it from Pixar. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be like another. It's just like they're gonna follow her as a teenager, which
that's what
feels like such a natural sequel. Don't even have to force anything.
Yep. And so like the whole idea is like they're adding a few new emotions, and it follows her as a teen, and so it's like, you know, you have this built-in story. It's so fresh already, you know.
Mm-hmm. Wish they would have paid Bill Hader and Mindy Kaling a bit more to be in the sequel, but hey, times are tough.
What are you gonna do, huh?
Times are tough.
What are you gonna do? Not everyone's rolling in money like our friends at Warner Brothers.
Yeah, they won't take $100K. Shame on them.
Oh man, I feel so bad for Warner Brothers, but like they've put a lot of chips on Don't Worry, Darling, and the reviews are terrible for it.
That movie was just destined to fail.
Oh my god!
But I think if there is a saving grace, I think there's so much controversy surrounding it, it will get people to watch it.
Oh, 100%. That's probably why there's so much controversy. Like, so they probably paid a bunch of people to talk about Harry Styles potentially spitting on Chris Pine for it to go viral and people want to watch the movie. They've probably set up all this controversy themselves.
Yeah.
It's we need money.
As you know, no press or bad press is good press.
Yeah. There's no such thing as bad press. All press is good press. But yeah, so that was about it for Pixar. Then we moved to Lucasfilm and their announcements. And they had a bit more to talk about. So they showed off the final trailer for Andor, which I have not seen. But I saw the first two, and it looks good.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I think, did I hear correctly that it was 26 episodes?
Jesus.
I know they're releasing, 3 episodes on the first day or something like that?
Yeah, first day is 3 episodes. I'm pretty sure this is like...
It's going to be a long... I think it's a long season or a long series, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that they said it was 26 episodes long. So that's
I
cool.
see just 12, unless they updated that. But I would say if they were going to do 26, just make it a movie.
Or make it.
I mean, that'd be cool though. I'd love to see.
Yeah, 26 is a bit too much.
I forget where I was reading, but some like one of the show creators or something like that said it was like a 26 episode spy epic, which was like Oh, cool.
So they're probably planning for 3 seasons then.
Potentially.
If the math checks out, which I believe it does.
Well, if it's 12, if it was 12, then they need 36 episodes.
Nope, does not check out. Sorry.
Well, that math went downhill real fast.
Please cut that.
Nope, that's staying in. We also got a trailer for Tales of the Jedi, which is a new short series, like a little anthology series, based in and around the Clone Wars / before the Clone Wars. Seems interesting.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting.
Seems to focus on. Yeah, I know. It seems to focus on like Ahsoka and then young Count Dooku as a Jedi.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's interesting. Mandalorian season 3 got a trailer. Looks fun.
Yeah, going back to the Tales of the Jedi, though, I'm interested to see what... Because we don't have any story... Well, we do have, like, stories with the extended universe about stuff before, Phantom Menace and stuff before the Skywalker series, saga. So I'm interested with them to... I've always told you guys and stuff like that, but I thought the Obi-Wan TV series should have been before and not after. But no, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, they've never really explored cinematically the time prior to Episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of exciting to see them dip into that a little bit. So yeah, Mandalorian season 3 looks solid in my opinion.
Mandalorian is one of those shows that are getting high praise.
Yeah,
and I'm sure a lot of people like me, I want them to move away from the Skywalker saga and do spin-offs or whatever. Rogue One, probably the best movie that's Disney has produced. Mandalorian is, I think, in my opinion, it's second best TV series. Well, obviously, Clone Wars is first, but but yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. They also did, continuing with the Star Wars stuff, they did exclusive sneak peeks at Ahsoka, Bad Batch Season 2, and the Star Wars The Skeleton Crew series. So Ahsoka seems like I'm excited for it. We already know what the story is basically about anyways, and if you haven't seen, Star Wars Rebels or anything like that, I won't spoil anything. But they did confirm some new castings as well, so we know where that story is going to go. For Bad Batch Season 2, I don't really know anything about what's going on. I didn't feel like they really needed a Season 2, so,
Yeah, I mean, they had a lot of potential for this TV series, but then I don't know, because... Again, if you haven't seen it, I won't spoil anything, but something happens in the last episode that it was a good ending for, that kind of group. But
yeah, I was surprised when they decided to bring back a season 2.
Yeah.
It was kind of just like, why? There's no need. And then the Skeleton Crew, which is Jude Law and a bunch of children.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
See how that goes.
Yeah, but what I really am excited for, what I really wanted to talk about was one, Indiana Jones 5, and we'll get to that in a second. But Willow, they released the trailer for the new Willow series, and holy moly, does that thing look like it's going to be really good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Warwick Davis coming back as Willow, awesome. It just looks like this is going to be one of those shows, I guess, but like really it's like one of those entities that is going to benefit from a much higher budget for one, and two, being in the modern age with the CG and the scale and scope that you can make things, because the original Willow was lower budget, I think, but it wasn't like, it was like on a smaller scale. Obviously CG wasn't as good, so you couldn't have you had to film everything on set, or very limited on stages. You couldn't get the scope, and you couldn't get like how good the magic looks and stuff like that. And the trailer, like I was just like full on into the trailer. So that was exciting for me. And then Indiana Jones 5.
I think they said this is going to be the last one, right?
Oh yeah, Harrison Ford said it.
It has to be.
I hope not. They're gonna dig up Harrison Ford's bones when he dies. Like, come on, we need you for another Indy.
Well, if so, like Phoebe Waller-Bridge is co-starring. If they eventually make the pivot, like I thought they were trying to do with Shia LaBeouf and the last one that I have stricken from my memory. Then maybe interested to see it continue, but man, Harrison Ford he's paid his due to society. Just let the man rest.
Yeah, I feel like the man made a deal with the devil, and now he's just forced to work forever.
It's like Morgan Freeman. He just keeps starring in movies.
Yeah, just literally.
Please, I'm so over this.
Like he was old in Star Wars: The Force Awakens to a point where you could tell like him running around and stuff like that was like, okay, he's in like slow motion right now. Yep. And now this is like 4 years later.
And Indiana Jones, he's an adventurer and an archaeologist. Like he's gonna be
he has a bit more of a physical role, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, God forbid they have another boulder rolling at him. No disrespect, but I don't know if he's outrunning it this time.
I don't know.
Dude,
I don't know
there
if
was
he
a
could
point
swing across the gaps with his whip anymore, but
there was a point in The Force Awakens where he was running from the Rathtar in the beginning of the film, and like just a shot of him running, I was like, "Oh no, Harrison, you're gonna fall! Like, just chill, man. Like, come on,
we can
just calm it down.
We can edit it to make it look like you're going faster.
He was probably on a treadmill. Just
pump the arms, make it look like you're
We'll
moving.
green screen it. We'll green screen it.
Listen, we got a body double
pants that day.
They decide they get like a 24-year-old and just slap a wig on him and just be like, run.
Yeah, that's Harrison.
Yeah, everything's just shot from behind.
Oh god, oh god. Oh.
No, I'm still interested in seeing that one.
Me too. Something.
Me too. I've always loved Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah.
Even when it's been not that good.
Well, I mean, it's hard to like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
That one wasn't terrible.
I mean, he survived a nuclear explosion in a fridge.
Who amongst us hasn't?
Terrible.
Oh, God.
You never know what those things are made of. Maybe
it's a fridge.
You know what they say, like, oh, if there's like a nuclear war, like the only thing left will be the cockroaches. Maybe the fridges will be left.
I mean, maybe, but like, one, that blast should have killed him, and two, the just severe fall that he had from the explosion, like that fridge got launched.
He got launched.
Oh, don't even get me started on the aliens either.
Oh, yeah, like I said, I don't remember much from that anymore, but it's hard to beat the ye old Nuke Town.
Yep. Real quick, I just want to touch on 20th Century Fox had a showing at this panel that was Lucasfilm, Marvel, and 20th Century Fox all in one. And I was like, wow, how are they going to fit everything in? And then 20th Century just walked out with Avatar: The Way of Water and said, "This is it," and then walked away.
Congratulations.
You guys excited for this? Yeah, cool. Bye.
They only talked about that, and I was like, okay, cool. But I mean, I'm sure I think it'll be good. Avatar was a weird movie. Like, it grossed a lot of money, but like, I haven't seen it in years, and I have no desire to go back and watch it.
I think it's a little overrated, but it's still a great movie.
The CG was awesome.
Yeah, CG was good. I think the story and stuff was good. I just think a couple execution was a little iffy.
Yeah, I thought like the CGI was one of the main reasons why it was like the highest grossing movie for.
Yeah, because what came out in 2012 or something? No, 2000.
I don't remember.
2009. It came out in 2009.
Oh my.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely earned that.
Yeah.
that
So
standing.
it'll be interesting to see.
I did see they're already shooting like Avatar 4.
Yeah. No, they've like James Cameron went full on like Avatar's my series now, and it's just been like full force into it.
I would recommend starting 3 before 4, but
oh no, 3's already done.
I know that was. It's just funny because I didn't realize that, and I just saw, oh no, we're already working on Avatar 4, and it's like, well, hold on.
Where did 3 go?
I know my math has been pretty off today, but I do believe that 4 comes after 3 still.
And this did come out a couple months ago, but did you see what James Cameron did say about like the runtime for Avatar?
I did not.
He's like, quote, "I don't want anybody whining about length when they sit and binge watch television for 8 hours." End quote.
Give me a break, James. We can pause those things.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of people are saying.
Like,
I don't want to go to a theater. Well, I don't want to go to a theater in general, but I don't want to go to a theater and sit down for 4.5 hours and watch a screen.
Yeah, like wasn't Zack Snyder's Justice League like 4.5 hours long?
I think it was over 4 hours. Yeah,
that took me multiple days to watch.
Like and
it was good.
Yeah, I watched The Irishman on Netflix. That's a 3 hour and 40-minute movie, or whatever it is, and like. I watched it once all the way through, but that was only because I was sitting in LA traffic for 3 hours. So I had nothing else to do but sit in the back seat and watch The Irishman.
I thought you were driving. I was gonna be like,
no, I was not
traffic's so
driving.
bad. You just got the phone set up. Another driver just pulled up next to you.
It took us 3 hours to get through like maybe 20 miles of traffic. So. I could have.
That's our infrastructure talk for this week.
Yeah. Anyways, so let's move to Marvel, because Marvel did a lot and also simultaneously not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They did a lot of exclusive looks. So, we're talking like they did an exclusive look at Echo, the TV series. They did Ant-Man Quantumania, Ironheart series, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. They talked about Armor Wars. They talked about a bunch of their entities, but a lot of it was very exclusive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look, so I've been looking at, and I want to shout out Discussing Film, because they were there. They're very good at aggregating news and whatever. So they were able to give like some brief summaries of what was shown. So for us who weren't there, it's not like, oh, well, shit. But I figure if we're going to go through each one, I can just...
Sure. So let's start at the top with the big thing. They did not do any Fantastic Four casting news, which was highly disappointing.
They were like, hey, these two idiots, they fucking nailed it. Like, are we becoming this transparent?
Yeah, just go listen to the Film Box, and that's your.
We're not going to waste anyone's time. Yep. Just they both gave two different casts, but somehow they were both right.
Half the movie is young, and half the movie is grown up.
Somehow, Old Man is the villain, but also Doom.
God. Anyways, yeah, so Black Panther Wakanda Forever, their exclusive look.
Yeah, so they showed like a lot of extended scenes from the trailer, but from the main gist of it, it appears that the movie's going to be about the world trying to get at Wakanda's resources and them protecting it.
Mm-hmm.
As brief as I could put it.
Ironheart.
I gotta scroll for that one. So it looks like they just kind of showed off Riri Williams, as well as show off the Hood, who's going to be apparently the villain, and a lot of the themes of the show. It's a show, right? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be about like the battle between like science and magic, or technology and magic, which could be cool, but with how like the world has been built out.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
So it sounds like it's gonna. What was shown is like Kang, who is. It's been said is going to be like the big bad. He's basically going to require Scott Lang, Ant-Man, to do a heist for him because he has his daughter Cassie captive. And will kill her if she doesn't.
And I think that movie is going to lead directly into Avengers Kang Dynasty, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, so I had my theory. I've already shared it with you guys, but I'll put my name to it. I think Ant-Man's dying. I think this is a pivot point back to like the more serious Avengers level threat. And I think they wouldn't have hired Catherine Newton, who's a bit more of a known actress, to be Cassie if they didn't think that she was going to have a bigger role playing forward.
Yeah.
So I think
that's fair.
She might just...
Although I feel like, I mean, in terms of like impactful Avengers, like Ant-Man being the one that's just like, oh, this is our big death, is not really the one.
I mean, I feel like they need someone.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, but if you
point.
were like, if you wanted to make a statement, you'd murk like Thor or something like that, you know?
Well, they had
or like the Hulk.
They had the shots and they didn't take them. So
even Hawkeye in his TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this is where they'll just try to pivot away from like these comedy shows and be like, no, this is still a bad guy.
They have been kind of leaning that way this recently. And no one's really acknowledged it, but like it hasn't been super serious like tone.
Yeah, Marvel needs more dark. It needs to be
Marvel needs to chill.
yeah.
Aside from that, though, because we know they won't.
Yeah. So what else did we get? We got Echo got an exclusive look. Which we have Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin.
Looks like it's just more of like her backstory. She was introduced in Hawkeye, and I'll be honest, I didn't realize that she was going to be as important moving forward, but
I don't think she is.
I mean, if she's going to get an origin, I would assume that they didn't just want her to be like a little side antagonist for Hawkeye.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's see. The exclusive look at the Marvels.
Where is it? Yeah.
So go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I know that like it features Carol Danvers, Miss Marvel, which I apologize, I still have not seen that show.
Me neither.
And
Monica Rambeau.
God. Yeah, Monica Rambeau
from WandaVision.
And like, yes, and they're like every time one of those three uses their powers, like they all swap places and stuff like that. So they have to like team up to figure out what's going on, which is weird.
Yeah, it looks like the exclusive footage was like they showed off that switcheroo again, and it looks like it's going to be like space themed at least. So there's that.
Interesting. I don't know. I think it won't be too bad.
I think it could be good.
Thunderbolts, they had just kind of did like a promo with a photo. So
yeah, so from what I've understood about the Thunderbolts, it's kind of like a Suicide Squad, but not really like a Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
But for this, at least first iteration, it's gonna be Bucky, Ghost from Ant-Man 2, U.S. Agent from the Falcon Winter Soldier, Taskmaster from Black Widow, as well as Red Guardian and Yelena from Black Widow.
Mm-hmm. And Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yes.
Can't wait for that. Yeah, so that's kind of like, I think that's all the exclusive looks that we got. I don't know if I'm missing any or not.
I think that was it for like exclusive looks.
They also announced that Kei Kwan, who was in Everything Everywhere All at Once, most recently, but was also extremely famous for being Shorty in Indiana Jones Temple of Doom. He's been cast in Loki season 2, which I'm all for.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't think you guys have seen Everything Everywhere yet, but he was good in it. So
Excuse me, his name is Short Round.
yeah, short
Short
round.
round. Sorry.
Shorty.
Sorry.
Have some respect. I guess Loki did also have some exclusive for their season 2,
Oh yeah.
where Loki will now glitch in time.
Ooh.
Which I hate time travel and anything regarding time in anything. So,
Man, Back to the Future must have been your least favorite movie series.
don't get me started.
Yeah. So we also got a trailer for Secret Invasion, which looks pretty solid.
Mhm.
I think it'll be a cool like noir thriller type show. Plus, it's got Emilia Clarke, which always a plus when you have Emilia Clarke.
Yeah, I was joking with you, Aaron, before, and I'll tell Sam now. When I saw the trailer, I was like, huh, that looks like Emilia Clarke. And my brain didn't put 2 and 2 together that was Emilia Clarke. I just thought it was like another instant of like, oh wow, celebrities look alike.
Just love that you went totally past like that is that person directly to that person looks exactly like Emilia Clarke and is totally a different person.
Yeah, because then I went back and I saw like screen grabs from, and I was like, that does look like Emilia Clarke, right? And then I was like, there's no way for me to tell. And went on my way.
Yes, and so finally, I think my favorite thing that Marvel announced has nothing to do with the MCU, as far as I can tell.
Pumped.
And it, yeah, thank God. And it's called Werewolf by Night.
Oh, this looked. It literally. I don't even know how to describe it.
It looks like old school black and white horror noir,
Like
which is the greatest combo of words I think you could ever put together.
Like the trailer is very Grindhouse-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Black and white, obviously. But it just look like it's such a refreshing shift. Like there's like Happy Halloween, here's a horror movie.
Yeah, it's super dope.
Like it made me watch The Wolfman. I get like the not good one.
Does it make you want to watch Twilight?
I've been there, done that, brother.
Hey, you can watch it again. I mean, werewolves.
Like when you do it once, you're good.
Yeah. And finally, to round out D23, the Disney Plus panel, which had a lot of crap that I could care less about, but had some interesting stuff. So, I know no one watches this on this podcast, but High School Musical, the series, I had to point out their new season is bringing back the main cast from the original High School Musical movies and integrating them into the TV series. I don't know how, I don't know why, but that is bold and I like it.
High School Musical, the musical, just rolls off the tongue, just like
Oh no, it's
like
the
Lay's,
full name is
Funyun onion flavored Funyun onion rings.
The whole name of this show is High School Musical, the musical, the series. You got to remember that.
Oh yeah, the series got cut off. Yeah.
Yeah.
It rolls off the tongue.
Absolutely. Also a show called American Born Chinese, which features 3 of the main cast members from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Michelle Yeoh, Kei Hui Kwan, and I'm going to hate myself for not remembering the third one. I believe it's Stephanie Sue is how you pronounce it. Yes, Stephanie Sue are all featured in that show, which will be cool. They did a good job in the movie, so. Percy Jackson teaser looks meh.
Hand up, I was that kid in like elementary school, middle school who got a bit too into Greek mythology because of the books.
Oh no.
I did see the movie when the first one they made with Logan Lerman and Alexandria Daddario. I did see that in theaters when it came out. I did see the sequel in theaters when it came out. I know I know I'm not the intended audience for this show, like with most Disney Plus shows. I'm still gonna watch it.
Yeah,
I thought the teaser looked pretty good.
Connor's like going back to 8-year-old Connor, like all excited about Greek mythology.
Dude, I used to print out everything I saw about like different, like the gods, the monsters, and I would just read those all during lunch.
So now we know that you are a fan of Greek mythology and sharks. So your childhood was very much like, it was wild.
It was a good childhood, you know.
You were the life of the party, man. You could talk to anyone about Greek mythology or sharks.
Or, yeah, not to, you know, I don't want to flex a bit too hard, but I was also pretty big into spiders.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
I love it. I love it.
Ladies, it's okay. You can pull your pants back up. Kidding.
Yeah, I hope so. So we also got a trailer that I'm very excited for that I didn't realize was coming out. The Santa Clauses, which is a Disney Plus TV series, featuring my man Tim Allen coming back to be the Santa Claus, to play Scott Calvin, in a show where he's trying to find his replacement because he is retiring from being the Santa Claus. I love the original movies. I adore them. So this is like how you were really excited for Percy Jackson. I'm really excited for the Santa Clauses.
Is our boy Judge Reinhold coming back as Neil?
Oh, I gotta look now. Oh, come on.
I did learn his name for this one.
Judge Reinhold. Is he going to be in the Santa Clauses?
While you look that up, David Krumholtz is back as Bernard, baby.
Yeah.
Me and my sisters would always... He was our favorite character.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like he's in it.
I'm out.
I'm upset.
Neil had the best sweaters.
He did.
He had that shit on.
Well, I'm upset now. But, you know what? I'm still going to watch it, because, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, if no one has any other thoughts, we can round out this episode in the greatest of fashions with National Treasure of History.
I'm sorry, what was that?
National Treasure of History.
One more time. I think I had your mic turned down.
It's just National Treasure.
National Treasure, baby. Edge of history.
It doesn't have Nicolas Cage. It doesn't count.
I did not like it when I saw the teaser. Can't win me back.
I actually just watched the first two a couple days ago, and for how actually kind of decent they are.
Oh my god, they're so good.
They were fun movies.
Mm-hmm. I think I rated the original National Treasure a 4-star on on Letterboxd.
I think I gave it like a 3 or 3.5.
It's just so good.
It's they're fun movies, but this, the trailer,
No, it doesn't have Nick Cage. It's not a National Treasure in my book.
Yeah, it feels like the trend for all like Disney projects. It's like, hey, remember when you were young and you saw these movies and you were like, wow, this is the best thing I've ever seen? Hopefully you have kids that we can now indoctrinate with these way worse versions, but they'll like it for some reason.
Yep. Please don't do it, Disney. Like, I know you've sunk money into it, but you can pull a Batgirl. Just get rid of it. Just focus on... Look, they said that they've got a script in front of Nicolas Cage for National Treasure 3. A legit movie. Let's focus on that, okay? We don't need this. No one wants
That was the thing, too. When I was watching that teaser, I was like, all right, like, I know how these kind of trailers go, like... At the very end, it's just going to be like Nicolas Cage walking out like, someone say something about treasure.
Hello.
I gave him an Elvis accent.
Cage.
Yeah, I really thought...
We've got to find the treasure.
I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence again.
I'm going to kidnap the President of the United States.
I'm going after Putin. It's like, whoa, Nick, whoa, we didn't approve that.
I'm going to find the Infinity Stones.
Nicolas Cage is Thanos.
King Thanos.
No, he needs to reprise his role as Ghost Rider.
Oh, God, yes. Man. Give me Nick in the MCU. Please do it.
And when they eventually... Because why wouldn't they? When they do another Fast Times at Ridgemont High, I need him to be in the background once again. Not saying anything.
Oh. Yes. Oh boy, oh boy. So yeah, that's happening. No one cares about it. I hate it. So
before we wrap it up completely, is there anything that excites you guys that you just want to highlight one last time?
Yes, for me, Willow, Werewolf by Night, and let's see, what else? Is there anything else? Oh yeah, Santa Clauses. Those are my main 3. I just totally walked right over that one.
My top 3 are probably not in no specific order. I'll probably go with Andor, Inside Out 2, and Percy Jackson.
Yeah, I was gonna say Percy Jackson, Werewolf by Night, and then Hocus Pocus 2. Got
all
my
right.
eyes on you.
We got a little bit of diversity.
Little bit.
A little bit of diversity. But yeah, I think we can just about wrap this episode up. It was a little bit longer than anticipated, but there was a lot to go over and a lot of stuff that just kind of people there got to see that we didn't. So, but yeah, thank you everyone for watching. You can visit all our socials. They're linked in the show notes. You can go to our merch store. I want to thank Josh Woodward for our theme music. As always, it's really awesome. And yeah, if you like this episode, you could subscribe, you can follow us, you can leave us a rating and a review on your favorite podcast platform. It helps us out. We appreciate it a lot. And tell your friends, if you listen to this episode and you like it, just tell people about it. We want to get the word out, right? Yeah, we want to get the word out. But yeah, thank you so much for listening along with us, and we'll catch you next time on the Film Box Podcast.
Goodbye.
Beautiful day, I'm running away. Don't bother to Facebook message or call me, 'cause I'm living life in airplane mode and everything is okay. I just want to play, unplug for the day and live in the moment, 'cause I'm living life in airplane mode, yeah.
Today's a great day to start your own podcast. Whether you're looking for a new marketing channel, have a message you want to share with the world, or just think it'd be fun to have your own talk show, podcasting is an easy, inexpensive, and fun way to expand your reach online. Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest way and the best way to launch, promote, and track your podcasts. Your shows can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and even more within minutes of finishing your recording. Podcasting isn't hard when you have the right partners, and the team at Buzzsprout is passionate about helping you succeed. Join over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout to get their message out to the world. Let's create something great together.
Following the link in the show notes lets Buzzsprout know we sent you, as well as getting you a $20 Amazon gift card if you sign up for a paid plan, and it helps support our show.
We use Buzzsprout, and honestly, it's really great. I use it to track all of our where we're being listed. We get our own website. It's really just a fantastic service, and I would recommend it to anyone that's interested in starting a podcast.
Buzzsprout helps you get your show listed on every major podcast platform. That takes one of the hardest steps in creating a podcast out of the equation for you, thanks to Buzzsprout's help.
And if you want to upgrade, Buzzsprout has tons of guides to help you find the right equipment at the right price. Plus, it helps you navigate how to do things, how to market your show, how to make money off your show, how to do all sorts of stuff. It's all right there for you to use. Honestly, it's not hard when you have the right partners, and Buzzsprout is absolutely one of the best partners you can have out there.
They care about you. They're passionate about helping you succeed with your show.
So if you're interested in signing up for Buzzsprout, use the link in the description of the show here. Like we said, it'll get you $20 Amazon gift card. And it supports us, and we appreciate it greatly. And now, back to the show.
Ooh.